Welcome to Anime Chronicles, the channel where we bring to life the full story of every anime character and beyond. Today, we dive into the waters with Squirtle, the beloved water-type starter of Kanto and one of the most recognizable Pokémon in the entire franchise. From its unforgettable role in the anime as Ash's mischievous but loyal partner, to its appearances across the manga and countless video games, Squirtle has left an indelible mark on Pokémon history. We'll explore its origins, unique traits, memorable battles, and the many moments that turned this tiny turtle into a true fan favorite. If you love uncovering the stories and legacies of your favorite Pokémon, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on this deep dive into the world of anime and Pokémon. Squirtle, known as Zenigame in Japan, is one of the 3 original Kanto starter Pokémon introduced in Pokémon Red and Green in 1996, later released worldwide as Pokémon Red and Blue. Its Pokédex number is 1007, which became somewhat iconic, since the number 7 is often associated with luck, making Squirtle feel like a lucky charm among the starters. Designed by Atsuko Nishida, Squirtle's concept is simple but incredibly effective. A small blue turtle with a curled tail and a hard brown shell that embodies the aquatic theme perfectly. The Japanese name Zenigame literally translates to baby pond turtle, referencing the Japanese pond turtle species, Moremis japonica. Its English name, Squirtle, is a clever portmanteau of squirt, referring to water squirting, a nod to its attacks like water gun, and turtle. This naming convention set the tone for how Pokémon localization would often blend. Descriptive English words into easy marketable names that captured the essence of each creature. Design-wise, Squirtle represents balance. Not too intimidating for younger fans, but still adventurous enough to attract older players. The curled tail, which resembles a stylized ocean wave, is a brilliant touch linking Squirtle to water. Its round, large eyes give it a friendly, approachable look, fitting the role of a starter Pokémon meant to be a player's very first companion. Over the years, Squirtle has remained a fan favorite, frequently ranking high in popularity polls, conducted in Japan, the US, and internationally. Squirtle's typing as a water-type Pokémon gives it a natural place in the rock-paper-scissors dynamic of the Kanto starters. It has the advantage over Charmander, fire, but struggles against Bulbasaur, grass. This balance is one of the most iconic design choices in Pokémon history, shaping not only gameplay, but also the competitive scene of early Pokémon battles. Culturally, Squirtle also resonates with mythological and symbolic associations of turtles. In many cultures, turtles represent longevity, wisdom, and perseverance. In Japanese mythology, turtles, particularly the kami, are linked to protection and stability, which matches Squirtle's defensive nature due to its shell. Interestingly, the design of Squirtle has also been compared to the Minigame, a mythical turtle with algae-like tails, though Squirtle's curled tail is more stylized and playful. Squirtle's initial moveset in Generation 1 includes Tackle and Tail Whip, with Bubble and Water Gun arriving as it levels up. These moves cement Squirtle as a reliable early-game companion. Players who chose Squirtle often found the beginning of their journey slightly easier, especially when battling Brock, the first gym leader, since his rock-type Pokémon are weak to water attacks. This gave Squirtle an edge that made it one of the more newbie-friendly starters, ensuring many players bonded strongly with it as their first-ever Pokémon. Outside of the games, Squirtle quickly became a marketing icon. Its adorable design appeared in plushies, trading cards, and even promotional campaigns. The Squirtle card from the base set of the Pokémon trading card game remains one of the most nostalgic pieces of memorabilia for fans who grew up in the late 1990s. In summary, Squirtle's creation and cultural foundation highlight why it is so enduring. It combines a clever name, a universally appealing design, and cultural symbolism rooted in both Western and Japanese traditions. Squirtle isn't just the water starter. It represents the spirit of Pokémon itself: adventure, companionship, and the idea that even a small, cute creature can grow into something powerful and legendary. Squirtle's legacy in the Pokémon anime is inseparable from its charming personality and the unforgettable Squirtle Squad storyline. When Ash first encountered Squirtle in the original series, it wasn't as a friendly companion, but as the leader of a mischievous gang of Squirtles who caused trouble for travelers. These Squirtles wore sunglasses, most famously the leader's angular shades, and created chaos in the towns they passed through. Despite their antics, this was not mindless delinquency. The Squirtle Squad had been abandoned by their original trainers, and their rebellious spirit was born out of rejection. This backstory added an emotional depth that made Squirtle's eventual bond with Ash far more impactful. When Ash showed kindness and bravery, the leader of the Squirtle Squad, impressed by his character, decided to join him on his journey. From then on, Squirtle became one of the most beloved members of Ash's original Kanto team, fighting alongside Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. Squirtle's mischievous yet loyal personality stood out, often injecting humor into tense situations while still proving itself a reliable battler when the stakes were high. Throughout the Indigo League, Squirtle participated in several memorable battles. For example, it faced off against Richie's Butterfree and Zippo the Charmander, showing its determination and tactical cleverness. One iconic moment was Squirtle's battle against Mandy the Astrologer during the Pokémon League, where Squirtle showcased a combination of agility and precision with moves like Water Gun and Skull Bash, earning Ash a crucial victory. Squirtle also frequently demonstrated comic relief moments, such as its playful rivalry with Bulbasaur and its occasional refusal to follow Ash's commands when it didn't feel respected, traits that humanized it even more. Squirtle remained with Ash for many adventures, but eventually returned to lead the Squirtle Squad, now rebranded as a firefighting team. This transition reinforced its growth from a troublemaker to a respected leader, embodying the values of loyalty, teamwork, and redemption. Squirtle still reunited with Ash in later seasons, especially during big tournaments like the Johto League, where it helped Ash against strong opponents like Harrison. Squirtle's anime presence turned it into an icon for fans worldwide. It was not just another starter, it was a personality, a character in its own right, and a key part of Ash's journey toward becoming a Pokémon master. In the Pokémon Adventures manga, Squirtle is portrayed quite differently than in the anime, emphasizing the manga's grittier and more action-driven tone. In Red's journey, Squirtle, nicknamed Sart, was chosen as one of the starter options provided by Professor Oak, with Blue, Gary in the anime, ultimately choosing it. This already set up a classic rivalry between Red's Bulbasaur and Blue's Squirtle, a dynamic that echoed across many battles in the early arcs. In Adventures, Squirtle was written as tough and resourceful, matching the more intense atmosphere of the manga. Unlike in the anime, where Squirtle was often playful, here it leaned more toward determination and combat efficiency. Blue's Squirtle showed remarkable skill, particularly with speed and precision in battle, often pushing Red's Pokémon to the brink. The rivalry escalated until both Pokémon evolved, with Squirtle becoming Wartortle and eventually Blastoise, cementing its place as one of Blue's strongest assets. Another highlight in the manga is the portrayal of Squirtle's versatility in combat. It wasn't just a water gun spammer, it used creative tactics, employing its shell as both a shield and a weapon, and combining moves strategically, which aligned with the manga's emphasis on battles being tactical contests rather than mere exchanges of attacks. Squirtle's battles demonstrated how the starter Pokémon were not only companions, but also symbols of growth, ambition, and rivalry. Beyond the mainline Pokémon Adventures manga, Squirtle also appeared in other publications, and spin-offs often portrayed as cheeky yet clever. Whether in gag manga, where it leaned into its playful personality, or in adaptations of the games, Squirtle consistently embodied a balance between determination and charm, proving why it resonated so strongly across mediums. The manga also highlighted Squirtle's evolutionary journey in ways the anime did not. Seeing Squirtle grow into Wartortle and eventually into Blastoise under Blue's care showcased a character arc rooted in discipline and strength, contrasting Ash's Squirtle, which stayed unevolved but focused on leadership and camaraderie. This dual representation, one in anime and one in manga, gave fans two equally compelling but distinct interpretations of Squirtle's potential. Squirtle's role in the main series Pokémon games is foundational. Alongside Bulbasaur and Charmander, it was one of the three original Kanto starters in Pokémon Red and Blue, Green in Japan. Players who chose Squirtle began their journey with a reliable water type that quickly proved useful against early game foes. Its first major advantage came against Brock, the Pewter City gym leader, whose rock-type Pokémon fell easily to Water Gun or Bubble. This gave Squirtle an early edge for new trainers, making it a safe and strategic starter choice. As players progressed, Squirtle evolved into Wartortle and finally Blastoise, gaining access to powerful moves like Hydro Pump and Surf. Blastoise also became a fan favorite for its mega evolution in Pokémon X and Y, which gave it an even more intimidating design with massive water cannons and boosted stats, cementing its competitive viability in modern generations. Outside of the main series, Squirtle made appearances in numerous spin-offs. In the Pokémon Mystery Dungeon series, players could even start as Squirtle, giving fans the chance to experience its journey from a completely different perspective. Squirtle also featured prominently in games like Pokémon Snap, where its playful nature was highlighted in interactive photo opportunities, and in Pokémon Stadium, where its animated battle sequences brought its personality to life for console audiences. In the competitive battling scene, Squirtle rarely saw usage compared to its fully evolved form, Blastoise. However, it carved out a niche in formats where Little Cup battles, restricted to first-stage evolutions, were popular, allowing players to use Squirtle in competitive strategies that emphasized speed, defense, and utility moves like Rapid Spin. Beyond Pokémon-exclusive titles, Squirtle even appeared in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and later in Ultimate, as part of the Pokémon Trainers trio alongside Ivysaur and Charizard. This reintroduction gave Squirtle a new life in the fighting game community, where its speed and combo potential made it a fun and skillful pick for competitive play. Every game appearance reinforced Squirtle's enduring appeal, whether as a nostalgic starter for older fans or a rediscovered favorite for new generations. It remained one of the most iconic Pokémon in the franchise's history. Squirtle's impact goes far beyond its role in anime, manga, and games. It is a cultural icon of the Pokémon franchise. Its Japanese name, Zenigame, literally translates to pond turtle, perfectly capturing its design inspiration. Interestingly, Squirtle's final name is a clever blend of squirt, to spray water, and turtle, giving it an instantly recognizable identity in English. Its design combines cuteness with relatability, making it appealing to children and adults alike. One of Squirtle's most famous aspects is the Squirtle Squad sunglasses, which became a meme and pop culture symbol. Even decades later, fans reference the iconic shades with custom art, cosplay, and merchandise celebrating the look. The Squirtle Squad's firefighting role also carried an inspirational message, showing that even troublemakers can grow into heroes, a theme deeply appreciated by fans. In merchandise, Squirtle has always been a bestseller. From plush toys to action figures, Squirtle remains one of the most recognizable Pokémon alongside Pikachu, Charmander, and Bulbasaur. Its popularity even led to it being chosen as one of the mascots for special Pokémon events, and it was prominently featured in the 2019 movie Detective Pikachu, where its adorable yet powerful personality translated perfectly into CGI. Squirtle's legacy is also reflected in its cross-generational appeal. While many Pokémon rise and fall in popularity as new generations arrive, Squirtle has consistently remained relevant. Whether through re-releases of the Kanto games, anime callbacks, or cameo appearances in new titles, Squirtle continues to be reintroduced to younger audiences, ensuring its place in Pokémon's future. Ultimately, Squirtle represents much more than a starter choice. It embodies the nostalgic heart of the Pokémon franchise. Its combination of playfulness, loyalty, and strength made it beloved across all forms of media. Fans who started their Pokémon journey with Squirtle in the late 1990s now share that same excitement with new generations, proving that this little turtle has left an everlasting mark on the world of Pokémon.